Once the service is over, if we leave Holden in the back in the little box that's out there, we'll have that again for next week. A few things that are slightly different this year compared with what you may remember from previous years if you have been here for our regular Wednesday evenings. We have shifted some of the sections of Holden up to the beginning. So rather than just singing the first 2 sections and then having some liturgy and then singing a couple more sections and then some more liturgy, we're moving most of that up to the beginning. So you'll see printed in your bulletins there, we'll be doing pages 2 through 7 all together at the beginning. Also, if you look at Holden, remember when we get to Psalm 141, there's the weird part where it splits into part 1 and part 2. We're all going to sing part 1 together, okay? Because if you feel really brave and you sing part 2, you're going to mess me up, and then all you know what's going to break loose. But that's okay. Because remember, as we are singing together, we're making a joyful noise. And that's really what we're doing, because we will be singing a cappella, and I know that can be a little bit tricky for folks at times. So I also want to encourage, if you have never done Holden Evening Prayer before, and you just want to kind of listen in and kind of get your bearings, you're certainly welcome to do that too. Join when you feel comfortable, and I'm sorry, but you're all going to listen to me sing the whole time, so know that that will be going on. But whenever you're ready, go ahead and jump in with that. With our logistical stuff out of the way, I want to say just a word kind of about our theme and our expectations for the year. As we're coming out of a 2-year period that's been all kinds of strange for all of us, our theme for this year is focusing in on the idea of God's restoration and even resurrection. And our various liturgy, our assigned psalm that we're utilizing, as well as our different scripture stories will all feature in on those, or focus in on those kind of twin themes, as we're all looking to regain that sense of normalcy that I think has been missing for a lot of us for a long time. The themes will focus in on that, and something a little bit different this year is once we read the passage, once we have that reading done, we're going to have a dialogue that's going to go on. You're going to notice there's 2 chairs up here. Normally, I'm going to have a partner in crime, Vicki Grote. Many of you know Vicki. She's the minister over at the Community of Christ Church. However, she felt the need to go to the Orpheum tonight. If you look around, Vicki's not here. So, is anyone feeling brave? Anyone with the gift of gab? Oh, jeepers, come on, people. I hear you talk all the time. The confirmation kids know that I will pick on someone if no one wants to volunteer. I have some questions. We're just going to chat back and forth. It's going to be really low key. It's going to be fine. Come on, come on, come on. If more than one person's feeling brave, we can grab another chair, and I can just get out of the way. People can chat. Come on. Thank you, Kennedy. Thank you. She just passed confirmation. She never has to come back again. Thank you, Kennedy. I'll have you come up a little bit later on in the service, okay? Thank you. All right. Well, with that, then, we are going to move into Holden Evening Prayer. Do you guys want to stand to sing, or do you want to stay seated? Sit. Okay, I'm hearing more sits. Like, you can stand if you want to, but you might be the only person doing it. So, we will begin on page 2 with the service of light. Reminder, I'll be doing the leader part. You guys come in where it's listed all. And if it sounds funky, we'll laugh about it and we'll try again, okay? Jesus Christ, you are the light of the world, the light no darkness can overcome. Stay with us now, for it is evening, and the day is almost over. Let your light scatter the darkness and shine within your people here. Joyous light of heavenly glory, loving glow of God's own of shadows, come and light our hearts anew. In the stars that grace the darkness, in the blazing sun of dawn, in the light of peace and wisdom, we can hear your quiet song. Love that fills the night with wonder, love that warms the weary soul, love that bursts all chains asunder, set us free and make us whole. You who made the heaven's splendor, every dancing star of night, make us shine with gentle justice, let us each reflect your light. Mighty God of all creation, gentle Christ who lights our way, loving Spirit of salvation, lead us on to endless day. May God be with you all, and also with you. Let us sing our thanks to God. It is right to give God thanks and praise. Blessed are you, Creator of the universe. From old you have led your people by night and day. May the light of your Christ make our darkness bright. Oh, your word and your presence are the light of our pathways, and you are the light and life of all creation. Amen. you to now join in reading responsibly from Psalm 85 as printed there in your bulletins. Lord, you were favorable to your land. You restored the fortunes of Jacob. Restore us again, O God of our salvation, and put away your indignation towards us. Will you not revive us again, so that your people may rejoice in you? Show us your steadfast love, O Lord, and grant us your salvation. Let me hear what thou wilt speak. The Lord will speak peace unto your people. There is peace for God's faithful, to those who turn their hearts to the Lord. Surely God's salvation is at hand for those who fear, and God's glory will dwell in our land. Steadfast love and faithfulness will meet. Righteousness and peace will come near. Faithfulness will spring up from the ground, and righteousness look down from the sky. The Lord will give what is good, and our land will yield its increase. Righteousness will go before the Lord, and will make a path for the steps of God. An angel went from God to a town called Nazareth, to a woman whose name was Mary. The angel said to her, "Rejoice, O highly favored, for God is with you. You shall bear a child, and his name shall be Jesus, the chosen one of God Most High." And Mary said, "I am the servant of my God. I live to do your will. My soul proclaims your greatness, O God, and my spirit rejoices in you. You have looked with love on your servant here, and blessed me all my life through. Great and mighty are you, O Holy One. Strong is your kindness evermore. How you favor the weak and lowly one, humbling the proud of heart. You have cast the mighty down from their thrones, and uplifted the humble of heart. You have filled the hungry with wondrous things, and left the wealthy no part. Great and mighty are you, O faithful one. Strong is your justice, strong your love. As you promised to Sarah and Abraham, kindness forevermore. My soul proclaims your greatness, O God, and my spirit rejoices in you. You have looked with love on your servant here, and blessed me all my life through. All right, nobody kept singing. Good job. Great job. Our scripture lesson for this evening is the story of the Gerasene Demoniac. It comes from Luke chapter 8, various verses. Then they arrived at the country of the Gerasenes, which is opposite Galilee. As Jesus stepped out on land, a man of the city who had demons met him. For a long time he had worn no clothes, and he did not live in a house, but he lived in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he fell down before him and shouted at the top of his voice, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment me." For Jesus had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For many times it had seized him. He was kept under guard and bound with chains and shackles, but he would break the bonds and be driven by the demon into the wilds. Jesus then asked him, "What is your name?" He said, "Legion," for many demons had entered him. They begged him not to order them to go back into the abyss. Now there on the hillside, a large herd of swine was feeding, and the demons begged Jesus to let him enter these, so he gave them permission. Then the demons came out of the man and entered the swine, and the herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. When the swineherders saw what had happened, they ran off and told it in the city and in the country. The man from whom the demons had gone begged that he might be with him, but Jesus sent him away, saying, "Return to your home and declare how much God has done for you." So he went away, proclaiming throughout the city how much Jesus had done for him. All right, Kennedy, come on up. She's being brave. Give her a hand, will you? Okay, Kennedy. So, we just had a story. What did you pick up in the story? Oh, there you go. Get comfy here. So, what was Jesus up to? There you go.
Well, I guess he met like a devil, I guess. Like
Kind of. He met a guy who's possessed by demons, and not just one, but like a whole slug of them. Now, did you hear what happened to this guy when he was possessed? Did he seem like he acted pretty normal? No. He would kind of thrash around. He never wore clothes, which is kind of weird. And so where did he have to live? Did you pick up on that? I heard somebody out there saying it. Where did he live? He had to live in the tombs. He had to live in the graveyard. Does that sound fun?
Not really.
Not really. Do you think you would enjoy that?
No.
Do you think if you had to live in the tombs, would that be a major bummer and you would not really enjoy it at all?
I guess probably not.
Probably not. So that's kind of the deal. This guy's got sort of a rough situation going on, right? Mm-hmm. And he has to live out in the tombs, so he's away from all the people that he knows. He doesn't live in town, so he's probably isolated by himself, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he feels lonely?
I'm sure he does.
Do you think he feels like the normal life that probably he had experienced before all these demons came into the whole story? Do you think he misses that? Maybe? Yeah. What do you think this guy would probably want?
Maybe just to feel normal, or maybe just live amongst the people. Maybe not alone in a tomb.
Right. So he probably wants to be a part of the community again, right? But what has to happen for that to be a possibility, seemingly, from what we heard in the story?
I guess just believe, or maybe actually try to just live there.
Yeah, but he needs to get rid of these demons that are tormenting him, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are causing all of these issues. And so then Jesus shows up. Now, we've sat in enough conversations in class, that Jesus tends to take action to free people from the things that really slow them down and hinder them, right? And in the end, he frees this man from the demons. He casts the demons out. And we get this weird, strange story about how there's this herd of pigs, and the demons are like, "Hey, can we go in the pigs?" And I don't know why, but that's what they want. And so Jesus says, "Sure," and they go into the pigs, and then they all run into the ocean and they drown. It doesn't really go well for them, right?
Yeah.
But there's other people around too, and you might have noticed with our scripture, with the verses right there, that we skipped a little part, right? So we skipped a part. So what happens in that part that gets skipped is a lot of the people come out from town, and it was their pigs. So do you think they're probably happy about this situation?
No.
No, because all of their livelihood just ran into the sea and drowned. So that's, unless they like, I don't know, floated pork, is that a thing? I don't know. So it's probably not real great for them, right?
No.
Now, they've known this guy as the demoniac seemingly for a really long time. Yep. And now they see him, and he's wearing clothes again, which is a good thing. And he's calm, and he's not thrashing around, and he's not shouting, and he's not breaking chains, and that seems kind of strange. So he seems like just a normal guy again, right? What do you think they might have, do you think that was good? Do they like that? Or do you think maybe they were scared because what's going on?
I think they liked it more, I would say. Maybe he looks like more friendly, I would say.
Do you think they were maybe scared of the fact that whatever was going on with this guy, Jesus was able to overcome it? And if he was scary in the get-go, if Jesus is more powerful, maybe, and they don't really know who Jesus is, so you think maybe they're kind of scared of him too?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so. So there's actually a part where they ask Jesus, will you leave? We didn't have that in what we read, but they ask him to leave because they're kind of freaked out by this whole situation. But the guy who had been possessed of the demons, he asked Jesus if he can stay with him. But Jesus says, no, I want you to go home. I want you to go back into your community. So he gets to be part of that community again. And do you think that was good for him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think that too. Now, let's think about our lives now. We're coming up on 2 years of some really strange stuff that we've been going through the last couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember where you were 2 years ago when we learned about this thing called COVID?
Actually, yes. So, was it like before or when it just started?
Mm-hmm.
Just started?
Yeah.
I would say when it first went over here, I was on the playground with my friends, and they're like, hey, did you hear about this? And I was like, no. And I said, oh, it's probably not going to be that big. A week later, I didn't have school.
Do you remember when the biggest concern we thought was going to happen was we were going to run out of toilet paper?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it got a little more complicated than that, didn't it? You said you were out of school.
Yeah, so I had to go quarantine at school, and so we did online classes, and we couldn't go to school for a long time.
Did you have to basically just stay home the whole time?
Exactly, and we didn't really go anywhere that much.
Yep. And you had to do classwork on the computer and not with your teacher or with all of your friends and everything? Yeah. And was that strange?
Pretty much. It was kind of hard too, because you had to do it at home.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that?
I did not.
You did not? Okay. I think a lot of people did not enjoy that type of thing. How many folks out there had to adjust from working in the office to working remotely at home? Yeah? Really? Actually, I expected more hands than that, but that's okay. So we all had these adjustments, these things where life as we had known it changed dramatically. Just like that guy who had to go live in the tombs because his life situation was weird. Now, do you think as we're coming out of this, we're finding a new normal? Maybe things aren't exactly the same as they used to be, but they're getting closer. Are you enjoying being back in school normally now?
Yes, school can be school, but I would rather go to school because it's much more easier, I would say.
Okay.
Actually doing something.
Who else is there with you?
My friends, I guess my teachers, classmates.
Mm-hmm. So you're able to kind of have that sense of restored community again, right? Now, I think that we are in a similar spot and we can really perhaps see some similarities between our story as we've all been experiencing it, as we've been trying to find new ways of being community and trying to find those old familiar ways of being community again, just like this guy from the story. Because he was able to be restored, and that was a gift that God gave him. Now for him, it was instant, like that. And for us, it's been a little bit longer, right? But do you think that God is helping us get back to that sense of normalcy?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. You think have we covered our bases?
I think so. I don't know if you have anything else.
I don't know. Do you have anything else?
No, really.
Okay. All righty. How'd she do? will finish up our worship this evening with the final blessing on the very back page of Holden. Let us bless our God. Praise and thanks to you. May God Creator bless us and keep us. May Christ be ever light for our lives. May the Spirit of love be our guide and path for all of our days. Amen. Go in peace, serve the Lord.
Thanks be to God.